going on? Welcome to another episode of Foreign Insight. And here with your host, Dan Maddox. And today we got three special guests. One is a recurrent, and the other two was brand spanking new. So we want to start with ladies first. Tell them who you are.
Hi, everybody. I'm Olivia. I live in New Jersey. I'm 22 years old, and I'm very excited to be on this platform today. We have a lot to discuss.
Hi, my name is Tina. I'm originally from the Bronx, and now I currently live in Jersey, and I'm 24 years old, 1 week, and I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I'm not new to this.
I know.
So, my name is Tamel Blondell. Most people call me Mel. Some people call me Blondie from Brooklyn. You know.
All right, let's get straight into it. Are women narcissists?
Everyone is. But women, I'd say yes, depending on
A little more into the mic.
I'd say yes, they are, if the opportunity is great enough.
I think men and women could be narcissists. It depends on the situation.
No, I agree with that.
Okay.
But the question is about women.
Women, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, generally speaking, I don't think all women are narcissists. I think it depends on the situation.
Yeah, because women aren't whatever race, they're not a monolith. So we all tend to have narcissistic tendencies, but a narcissist will require you to not have empathy. And as a woman, I think that's almost impossible for a woman not to have empathy, because that's like their natural, that's their superpower. Women's superpower is empathy, so you can feel and know what's going on around you. So to not have empathy is a little,
Like, I agree with y'all, though, that everyone have a level of that in them.
Narcissist.
I agree with that 100%. But I just feel like the woman has a different level of it that a man can't touch. I just really feel that way. Like, for example, right? I'm going to ask y'all a question, right? So, why do women think they can always upgrade a man?
I feel like it has to be a little bit more specific.
Like, upgrade a man
As a person?
while dating them. They could upgrade him as a person while dating them.
Well, when it comes to relationships, I don't think a man cares what the woman brings to the table, as long as they have value within themselves. Because obviously the man is the provider, the leader, and the protector, so they already come to the table with their own responsibilities and things that they bring. But as a woman, you could work at McDonald's and a man will still want to be with you if he's a millionaire, or et cetera. So I think the only thing that you can bring to a man as in upgrading him is maybe just relieving him of stress. So I don't think there's anything that a woman can like really do to upgrade a man, unless a man is broke and you take that on and you can push him to a point where he's elevating himself. So if you're in a different position with him and you're bringing elevation to the table, then that's different when it comes to upgrading him.
I think it's also how you view it too, because do you think it's a bad thing for a woman to try to upgrade, unless you think it's like a controlling trait? But I think in a relationship, all right, I'm gonna give you an example. Like, she could be dating like a guy that's, down bad, right? And she might just be like, I want to fix him and bring him with me to the top.
Yeah.
So, like, it depends how you're thinking of it. Because if you're controlling, then I guess it's a bad thing. But
What do you think about it?
Because I feel like society teaches women that they need to, like she said, like Olivia said, women bring this amount to the table. Men come in the relationship as if they are the table. So when society teaches women that you have to be behind this man, you have to make sure he's good, you have to do this and do that and do this so you can get chose. So a woman always tries to come into the relationship like, okay, I'm gonna fix him, I'm gonna upgrade him so he could choose me, and that's my place. He doesn't care about my money, he doesn't care about certain things, so I gotta make myself look a certain way, and I gotta always be his reflection. How I am is a reflection on him. So they try to do everything they can to make him better. And then on top of that, you gotta look at things like when you put time and value into something, you care about it more. So when you put, like, you do design, you fashion, you put a lot into making your jacket, right? So it's gonna take a lot for you to part from said jacket, versus you putting a little bit into something else, into a hat. You're gonna be easy to throw the hat away. So women invest a lot, and they feel like if I upgrade this man and I invest so much into this man, it's gonna be harder for him to detach from me, or it's gonna play out in the long run for her.
Yeah, and I also want to add to that. I feel like if a man is looking for a woman to upgrade them or something that can intrigue them to the relationship, that's not really a man. Because a man can't look to a woman to upgrade them. The man should already be where he's supposed to be if he's open to being in a relationship. So it's like a woman shouldn't even be in a situation where she has to upgrade a man or a man is looking for her to upgrade him.
But like Tina said, is levels to it. An upgrade can be me going to sleep and then my wife waking me up, honey, you got to get up, you're running late to work. Because without that woman, I'm going to oversleep. Or I come home from a long day at work, she cooks the food, she has everything prepared. That's upgrading a man because you don't have to worry about doing those things yourself because somebody's there to do it for you. But then at the same time, we want to be equally yoked. So where I fall off, she picks up. Where she falls off, I pick up. So she falls off financially, I pick that up. She knows how to take care of the home because I don't know how to wash clothes. I just learned how to use a broom like 5 years ago. Don't judge me. Somebody can do that for me. They pick up from me. It's balance. Like always say, the universe operates on balance. You can't go into a relationship a millionaire with another millionaire. Y'all both are career driven. Who's going to take care of the home? There's no balance. Y'all both on this side of the spectrum, but nobody's able to be on the other side to meet in the middle. You got to be equally yoked. So women do bring stuff to the table. They just behind every great man is a woman that helped build him up.
Yes. I think the things women bring to the table are what they're supposed to bring to the table. Like a woman is supposed to cook and clean. You're supposed to do these things for the household to maintain stability while your man goes and makes the money for the household. So I can agree with that.
But you see, the difference is, I was talking about the upgrading part, because a lot of women have these selfish ways, right? For example, right, a lot of my black women, they will get a degree or they will get the high paying job and then say that I gotta mess with a man, he gotta make 6 figures for me to be with him, right? And they become, if he don't make this, I want a man with ambition so I could upgrade him. Then with me, I'm gonna make sure he get X, Y, and Z. So I'm like, why is it only about what you feel like?
Well, ultimately, if a woman makes if she has a high-paying job and she probably makes more than most men, you're going to be less desirable automatically. Men are not going to want you as much because it's more like your standards rise. Like what you're saying, they're going to want a man that makes more than them. Women want men that make more than them. So if you already have a high-paying job and you're making that much money annually, it's going to be harder for you to find a man in that pool.
It becomes intimidation towards
and also scientifically proven that when a man makes less than a woman, when a man makes less than a woman, when a man makes less than a woman, it tends to release some kind of chemical that makes the man always angry. You notice that when you see relationships where guys are appears to be making less than,
That don't make any sense, bro.
No, it is. Google it. Look at it.
No,
look
but
it
the reason why guys are getting angry is because the attitude that come with the women that have that level of thing. They turn up their nose on black men, and the attitude's coming from there. Not because she's making more money necessarily. It's coming from the attitude that comes with it.
Or even the insecurity within the man.
Yeah,
it's intimidation because you as a man feel like you're programmed and society deems you as the one to protect the house. But when you don't make as much money as the person that you're with, you feel like, okay, well, what can I bring to the table? We as men need to understand that women don't always need you to bring this to the table. Sometimes they want you to show up emotionally because especially if a woman makes more than you, if you're in your career and you make more than the man, as a woman, I don't need you to show up for me financially. I got it, but as a man, I understand that's how we all need our ego stroke. The men ego out.
This is the problem I'm talking about.
No, but then
hold on. The women would fight for equal rights, for equal pay, get paid just like the man. In some cases, more than the man. Then get mad that they gotta pay the bigger portion of the bill. You fought for that right. Then you try to shame the man for you making more than him when you fought for that right in the first place, right? Yeah. So what I'm saying to you is that the woman who has more money, every other race of man and woman, mainly when a woman makes more than the men, they still treat the man as a king, regardless of how much money, because mind you, he still can provide for that house. Just because she makes 6 figures and he makes 60K or 80K, he can still provide for that house, regardless of the fact. The issue is with a lot of black women, it comes with a level of arrogance. Like, I'm better than you now because you're a man, you're supposed to have what I have, but I got more than you now. So now if you deal with me, because my way, I'm going to upgrade you in my way, well, I'm going to make you go X, Y, and Z, or it ain't going to work. And that's what men get mad for. And what you said earlier, insecurities, because it comes from her attitude, but usually attached to the degrees and the money she's getting, because no matter who you are, when you make more money, you change. No. So I'm telling you, bro, if a person makes money, it's a level of arrogance that comes with it on both men and women. It's just a level that comes with it. Like, well, I can do what I want. It's brainwashing them. But when a woman gets this type of thing, go back to what we said earlier, a man can be rich and deal with a girl who work at Popeyes, right? They could do that. A woman wouldn't.
Will not do that.
They're not going to do that. They're not going to be a millionaire. Let's just say Lori Harvey, right? She had her money now, and she met like Michael B. Jordan before, and he worked at Best Buy. You think she really going to talk to Michael B. Jordan at Best Buy? No, she's not, because
I might.
she looked down. No, but she's gonna look down on him. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna look down on him like, yo, whatever. Nigga, whatever.
One thing we gotta stop doing. We gotta stop putting everybody in the same category. Black women are not a monolith. Black men are not a monolith. You can't put all of them and say, okay, well, just because this particular group of people that you've seen from your sphere of influence, they talk like that down to men. I know a lot of black women who make more than a man, and they treat their man like a king still.
But I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it don't
That's
exist.
an exception.
That's an exception, bro. That's
The majority of women will not do that.
That's the point that I'm making.
Because
they won't.
It's a double-edged sword. 1 minute you want her to be submissive, but then at the same time, if she make more than him, she still has to bow down. But when he makes more than her, she still has to bow down.
Submissive has nothing to do with.
Now, to play devil's advocate, I'm gonna just go on what he's saying. Like, for example, Rihanna, A$AP Rocky, right? She's a whole billionaire, but on the outside looking, like, she looks very submissive. She doesn't look arrogant, or we don't really know what's going on the inside, but it just seems like it works for them.
But no, because let's be honest, A$AP Rocky is an alpha male. Y'all keep forgetting. I'm telling you, forget the things he's wearing. That dude is a whole dude from Harlem. It's a whole street dude. This dude just like fashion. I tend to forget because I see him wearing a kilt. I think he's feminine. Go. No. I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're saying too.
People.
Go ahead.
This man not a feminine man. He's not. He's a masculine man. Like literally energy wise. Even go ask Casanova. He was in there fighting in jail. A$AP Rocky ain't no pushover dude.
So question.
Although Rihanna got that money.
But I know a lot of New York City guys that are.
So that sounds like it's not the woman fault. It sounds like it's the man fault. Because if, like you just said, A$AP Rocky's an alpha male and Rihanna's a billionaire. He's nowhere near on her level, but he's able to show up as an alpha male in a relationship. That's not. Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish though. That's not. Then you have to use that on both sides. You can't just say the woman is dominating the relationship, but then A$AP Rocky is an alpha male and Rihanna's submissive. So that should mean like the man.
Don't know if he's
That's what I'm saying.
The man, if the man's not submit, if the man is a beta male, then he's a beta male. You can't do nothing about that. You have to get your testosterone, get your masculinity, your alpha up. You can't sit here and then you can't show up as a man, and then when a woman makes more than you, now all of a sudden, oh, she's trying to emasculate me. No.
Bro, once again, go back to what I'm saying again. When you have the men are wired to provide. We love different. Women love different. Men love and women love are different loves. We show it differently, right? So you take the love, the way how we love it to provide from a person, and something how you like it, it's gonna make you feel insecure. Like, dude, like if I'm trying to provide, let's say I'm married to you, or like you, right? And you a multi-millionaire, and let's say you a Keke Palmer type, and I'm
the boy for whatever his name, irrelevant. Continue. Irrelevant. We don't know his name. Jake, Timmy, Tom, something like that. Continue.
Like I'm him, right? And I'm not a pushover. I got money. Mm-hmm. He's got way more money than me. I make over 6 figures. I can provide for this house. Being that thing is, you probably could buy a mansion. So you would start shit on the new, like, yo, you can't provide on a level that I'm used to buying myself. So therefore you less than. That what makes the man feel insecure. It's that type of energy, and that should never be. Because if the man did it to a woman, y'all would call him shallow.
But then that also falls into the category that not all men are the same, and not all women are the same. Because I'm pretty sure if y'all make more than a man, do you feel like you're gonna be sitting there belittling and trying to emasculate your man?
Well,
that's a
good question.
Situations.
Well, here's the thing. Realistically, if a woman makes more than a man, she has a time frame and a time period for where she's gonna wait until her man gets his shit together.
Upgrade.
A woman is not gonna stand by a man that's not being a man long term. So that's not going to happen. She's either going to stray away, involve herself with another man, cut him off, constantly start arguments. It's just not realistic for her
being a man in what way? Because
being a man by being able to provide. Like I said, if you're a woman that's making way more than your man, you expect your man to make more than you. A woman always expects
or at least show up another way.
More
yeah.
than you.
But
so
my bad. Go ahead. Finish your point.
No, you're fine.
But the point is, that's the fairy tale. That's the problem. That's the reason why black women are not getting married by the bolo, because they believe in this fake facade. And I'm like, this is fake. because most men do not make that much money.
All
Yeah,
right, now
it's
here's
very low.
to
Yeah.
piggyback off what you just said. Now, this could be controversial, but
No,
like,
speak.
it could be. It's not okay, but it's okay to be broke. Just don't be comfortable.
Thank you.
And
I'm
a
a
lot
good
of
ambition.
Have
As long as,
ambition.
like me, if I'm in a good, stable place in my life, and if I find a man that I genuinely love, and he's just in a rough place right now. As long as he has a plan
And ambition.
and he has ambition, and he's
Yes.
putting the best foot forward and showing improvement that he wants to get out of his situation, I can be with that man.
These are
because
the
I can
one-
see who
these are the
his
women we
traits-
highlight.
Time out.
I can see his traits of who he really is. Like his situation is not defined by who he is.
And that's also bullshit. And I'm gonna tell you why that's bullshit. Because if that was the case,
Short
black
term,
women.
not long term.
No, I'm talking about
No. You
black
said it- you
women.
said it right.
Black women will be marrying way more because the dude that they say want a man with ambition is actually in the same school and in college. They don't want to wait till he become a doctor. He have ambition to become a doctor, but you can't wait. You want a microwave nigga right now, and the problem is they're like, oh, I can't. Oh my God, you know what? I can't wait no more. I mean, dude, he's in medical school to be.
Let me-
Different
let me-
time frame.
yeah, when you finish, let me tap in.
Different time
to,
frame.
to be a doctor. And the reason why other races are winning and beating black women out in the dating market is because they're waiting the long game. And it's the problem. Just because a dude can't provide for you, look at the
You want to kill your battery? Yo, you want to kill your battery? Your flash on.
Oh, damn, good. Yeah, just because that happened, I mean, no, this is BS. Because the dude can provide for you at the way how you want it because you make more than him. And that's the problem. Your money, you make it fine. He still can provide for the house. Him providing for you only is a selfish move, is a selfish act.
The real issue, I think.
Hold on, the issue is he provided for the home. He's still providing. Roof over the head, the water's still running, the light's still on, the food's is on the table. You want Gucci sneakers and shit. This is stupid
I mean,
stuff.
that's different. If he's still providing and leading, protecting as he should.
She's an idiot if she's
That's
picking a
different.
problem.
But if he's just sitting on his ass and he's not really
That's something different.
adding value to anything,
That's something different. I
Yeah.
agree with you. I'm talking about the working people.
Yeah, so
The-
we
the
gotta
guy-
we gotta start highlighting the people that's actually
what
in
I
these.
said.
Like I said, Rihanna and A$AP Rocky.
No, but hold on, hold on.
Taylor Swift and what's that dude name? They
I didn't
all.
even know she had a boyfriend.
She's with the guy who's
Travis
the white
Kelce.
Travis Kelce. Yeah,
No,
but
but I'm what I'm making. That's why I brought up the 100K woman a year and 60K duty year. An MTA bus driver. These dudes be owning homes. They own houses.
They make money.
They make money. But a woman who makes more, I make 120K. But what do I have to do with him? Because he's still going to. He been providing himself by himself the whole time. He done bought his house by himself. He done paid all the bills by himself and still got money. What? And make you think in your mind that he can't continue to do that dating you now?
Well,
Question.
it's just an
Question.
unfortunate entitlement that women
Can I-
have.
can I-
Yeah,
Just-
hold on,
when you
no,
finish,
no.
I was
It's just an unfortunate entitlement that women have. A woman, they're just gonna want a man that makes more than them. Even if a woman is at a higher tax bracket, they have to be aware and conscious of the fact that their pool of men is going to be
smaller and smaller.
smaller and smaller because you're gonna want more and more and more. It's just a fact.
And that's the issue because the thing is, just because the guy makes more than you, don't mean he's going to provide for you. It's crazy how women think this way.
Can I
Girls,
That's a fact.
girls will literally date with a guy who's a millionaire and he don't get nothing from that dude. He's just dick. And I'm like, this is stupid.
Those stupid people.
But my thing is, they would think the illusion that I deal with a guy who makes more, I'm gonna get more. And reality is, the guy who actually loves you and providing a hard work is actually gonna give you more.
Can I play
But I
some?
can
Can I
appreciate
play
a
something
hard
for you really
worker.
fast? Like when y'all finish, I want to find it real fast. There's a clip that goes along with that.
Yeah, because like I said, it's just based off the ambition and the hard work and effort that you're putting in to get out of that current situation that you're in. I can appreciate the hard work. I truly can. But like I said, every woman has that time frame for how long they can appreciate
Society.
it.
Also,
It's always.
it also depends on like what level you're at. So you could be like, okay, a 9-to-5 worker. You could be your own business, your own business owner. You could be a real estate. It depends on who, like where you're at and what type of man you're dealing with at that time. And
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
you know, if he's below the minimum amount of what you're willing to deal with, that's up to you and how it works. But like she said, it would be short term.
Yeah, because you got to remember
But
that
then-
women operate. We as men, we have to realize that We don't operate on time. Women operate on time. Everything is time with them. So
because our value decreases.
No, but that's the point. That's another lie. They don't operate on time because they operate on time. They be getting married younger.
No, you don't just get married.
No. What I mean by that is you get married. You get married younger when you find your mate of a guy who's worth a damn.
But those values and standards may not be instilled in us for a man to want us.
Especially at that
No. But I'm saying is the guy right now. Black women are getting proposed by the boatload, but they're not going through with it because of black women. Then they could do better.
No, but then
Stop. I'm telling you, this happening. A lot of black women are getting proposed to in college, literally in college. And they say, "You know what? My degree gotta come first. My career come first." And I'm like, "Yo, you know you can do both at the same time, right? You could chew and walk at the same time. You could do both because every
my example, chew and walk at the same time."
I disagree with that one.
Yeah, because you
wow.
No, go ahead.
I disagree with that because sometimes you could meet the right person at the wrong time.
Ooh.
And I've dealt with that before, where it just wasn't gonna work. But I thought like everything was going good, but it just doesn't work out like that.
Y'all at two different places.
And why didn't it work?
Oh, I found that.
It could be one example, long distance.
That's totally different.
Finances.
No, that's totally different. I'm talking about in person. I'm talking about in the same college.
Yeah, you can still be the wrong
Okay,
person.
another one, finances.
He and his whole face.
You put my point. The dude might not have it, but he got the ambition to make it, and you don't give him the shot because he don't have it.
But what if it was me though? What about like that?
My thing is right. Like you saying,
But a man doesn't care about how much you make.
That's
so
the
the guy did.
but that's the guy. I ain't talking about him though.
But then you got to also remember. You got to remember that. But y'all got to remember that. Y'all got to remember that. You at the same time, society wants you to be able to take care of yourself. But as soon as you take care of yourself, then you can't keep. She can't keep a man because she focused on her career. But instead of getting a career, she got the man. The man leaves her. Now she has nothing.
No, you make them scenarios because I go to.
Can I play real fast? Go
ahead.
So I was saying this. Look.
It better be a good clip.
I got you.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Why is it connected to? Okay.
Oh, the service in here sucks.
Okay, here we go. Let's go.
Investing in them. So it's very difficult.
There we go.
Not just the woman who's...
Sorry.
Oh, when women earn more, they leave men, but they don't realize why. There's actually studies to show that when men are with women that earn more than them, they produce more cortisol. They're actually more angry and stressed around her. And that obviously has a negative impact on their testosterone, so they're actually less sexually attracted to her. And so they're meaner to her. And also they don't treat her the same way. If a man is dating a woman who knows is unemployed, say if he's on £20,000 a year, he'll still use whatever he has to treat her well, like, look after her. But if he's on £20,000 a year and she's on $50,000, he'll use nothing to invest in her. Now, women don't need your money, but they do need your investment because that's how men fall in love. The more they invest in something, the more they attach to it. If they invest a lot of money in a car, they really care about it. Lost a lot of money into a Bitcoin, they want to see it go up. Invest money into a woman, they want to see it work out. So when they are with a woman that earns more, they invest so little, so walking away seems so easy for them, and it seems so hard for her because she's been the one that's investing in them. So it's very difficult. It's not just the woman who's rich and now she leaves you. The man no longer adds any value. That is the main issue.
She's a feminist, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was just about
agree
to
with
say.
one part she
This
said.
is feminist, bro.
No, she used it.
Bro,
the
she's
thing.
feminist, bro. Go ahead. You go ahead, talk. She said, go ahead.
I think that it just depends on your standards and what you believe in your lifestyle. If you do not follow domestic values, and if you're a feminist and if you believe like, oh, I'm an empowered woman, I should be doing this and I should be doing that, cool, maybe that works for you. But if you follow domestic values and domestic standards in a domestic household, a man is supposed to be a man and a woman is supposed to be a woman. That's what I follow, that's what I believe in, and that's what I think it's supposed to go like. Me, personally, if I'm making more than my husband, I expect him to step up to the plate at one point in time to make more than me. Because that's just like, you're supposed to be providing.
So if you and your husband been married for 5 years and you've been making more than him for the last 5 years, you're gonna leave. You're gonna walk away from the marriage if your husband doesn't make more money than you in the next 5 years.
If he's not showing ambition, if he's not trying to increase his pay rate, if we are not.
But again, if you make a certain amount and he never makes more than you, you're gonna walk away.
I'm gonna have to have a serious conversation with him.
The number one statistic in divorce
crazy.
is finance issues besides cheating. But
But then my thing is, why as like you just said, like you said, 100, you make 100K a year, right? 200K a year. Your husband makes 70K a year, then he levels up to 100K. He's never gonna make more than you, hypothetically. So you're telling me you're gonna walk away from that relationship when he shows up in every other aspect of the relationship besides finances. You're gonna walk away.
I mean, if the household is structured, if the household is stable, if he's putting effort in other departments.
And he's never gonna make more than you.
I mean, it just depends on what our finances are and how it's
wouldn't mind.
stabilized. I wouldn't mind in that instance. But if it's where I'm carrying all the bills and I'm carrying all the responsibility, absolutely, I'm going to get tired of that.
But then see, that falls into what he's saying. Y'all want to leave when he's making enough money to stay with you, but then you're choosing to leave the marriage because he's never going to make more than you.
Because
No,
it's
if we're
selfish act.
stable, that's fine. But if I'm carrying
But
all
you're
the
still a
bills,
breadwinner. You're still a breadwinner, and you make 200,000, he makes 150,
that's fine.
and you're gonna stay.
That's a 50,000 difference. That's fine.
Yeah, then that's another thing too. We gotta realize just because you make 200,000, you pay for what you could pay for. I make 150,000. I pay for what I pay for, so I pick up on the bills that I pay for in the house that is older.
But here the part people are confusing. Just because you make 150,000 and the person makes 80,000 a year, the bill's still the same. It's
That's what
the
I'm
light
saying,
bills
yeah.
don't
They
change.
don't change
They
with
don't
how
go
much you
up
make.
higher.
As long as they're equally paid, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Like,
But
as
my-
long as it's equally
But
paid.
that falls what he's saying, that y'all have to realize, women have to understand that, and I agree with y'all to an extent. Y'all have to sometimes understand that you're in this pool where you're making more than the man. The pool is, at this point, it's a damn pond.
Yeah.
So you have to, I hate that word. I swear to God, I hate that word. Compromise. But you have to
But
adjust.
what is a relationship without compromise?
You have, no, but
Facts.
I'm not compromising myself. If you met me this way and I want to share me with you, and you're supposed to love me in all aspects, so I can
So
adjust.
you don't believe in elevation?
I can
If you met
adjust.
me a year ago, I'm not the same person today.
Yeah, but I'm saying you can adjust. I'm not about to sit here and compromise myself to make somebody else like me. But I'm gonna
That's the compromise when
No,
you're adjusting.
no,
But another person, that's the compromise.
No, we're gonna meet in the middle. We're not compromising. I'm
No,
not
but
changing
that's-
myself, and
but-
this person's not changing
But
themselves.
ultimately, that's still a compromise.
still a
If you're
compromise.
meeting in the middle, you guys compromise.
I'm
on
using it
something
in a
to meet
negative
there.
connotation, but I'm saying in general, if you make this amount, I make this amount, and I'm showing up for you in every other part of the relationship except for financially, and you walk away from that, that's crazy to me because you're not gonna find any better.
I mean, as long as you're helping with, as long as I'm not carrying all the bills long term,
It's
that's
how you feel.
fine.
But then- you feel comfortable in a relationship?
But then it's perfectly fine for the man to pay all the bills.
See, you
No,
gotta be
I
careful.
would be fine with
You
like
got-
splitting the bills with him.
Not true. But they, but,
Okay.
hey,
But
to be
on the
teeter line,
opposite
on
end.
the opposite side, you want the man.
That's
to pay all the
slavery
bills.
because at the end of the day, I'm not your
that's
father,
a
you're not my
choice too,
child.
but then you gotta
right?
realize that that's my
And the
job
reason
as
why the
a
rent
man.
is, and a lot of people don't understand this, the reason why the rent and the bills are skyrocket is because they take
one person's paying it.
No,
That
no,
should be
because it
that thing.
skyrocketed because of what feminists did. They fought for the right. Now I'm not knocking them because I do agree that the women should get equal pay. I agree with that,
They
right?
hijacked it though. You're right. They
The difference-
hijacked
The
it,
difference is y'all fought for equal pay,
and now y'all don't want it.
and y'all, now
Y'all don't want it.
Well, I don't believe in feminism.
I feel
Well,
like
paid as in
yeah, let finish.
you getting paid, not you paying.
This is my. This
no,
is,
no,
this
no,
is,
no. But that's
Am I
why the
wrong?
bills
Bro,
are skyrocketing.
this is my equivalent of equal. When if you hold on, like if you construction, yeah, finish.
Point. So mind you, right?
Go ahead.
So when that happens, right, women have fought for equal rights and equal pay, right? They got more money. Now they're getting paid in some cases more than the men. That's what else happened. The economy and the bills skyrocket now. Now when you get a home, they counting two incomes because they expected a husband and a wife.
Mm-hmm.
That's why rent is so damn high.
Oh, it's high
And
'cause they
then
fucking
all of a sudden,
stupid.
if me and you both cops, we make $45,000 a year, and we both cops. Now the rent is then taken into
Because y'all both are pouring into the rent together.
The rent is like, all right, cool. They both make $45,000 a year. The rent gonna be $1,800 now.
But to be real,
And then you want me to pay that whole thing on my salary while you keep yours.
but to be real, how it's
hold
really
on.
supposed to be.
So
The
mind
men
you,
pay
if
the
I do that,
mortgage,
if I do
and the women
that-
pay their bills in the house.
Hold on. If I do that, then it's an issue. But then if you do that, you could just get up and leave now.
Can I ask you a question? Do you find paying rent in full an issue?
It all depends on the rent and how much you're willing to put down on the rent. Then it's the issue. 'Cause
Like,
if-
what do you?
Oh, come in a little more.
No, but if you by yourself, it wasn't an issue when you by yourself. But when you were her, now it's an issue.
I'm
No,
just, no, I'm asking.
No,
I'm just asking.
I'm on your side.
Because it's a compromise issue, right? Because you fought for 50-50. You fought this. Man and women are equal.
Okay, so-
Hold on.
yeah.
Man and women are equal. Men and women are equal in making
Men and
money.
women are not equal. That's
Thank
Exactly.
you. No. I'm agreeing with you. I'm talking about what the feminists have fought for. They're even having men and trans women in women's sports. It's kind of crazy, right? Because you're saying they're
Teeter
equal.
line, teeter
So what
line,
I'm
teeter
saying
line.
to you, if that is the case, now your bag went up because you got that right. Now you fought to be equal. Now by that, I found that women, like a lot of women out here, want equal stuff until it comes to bills. When it comes to bills, they don't want no piece of a bill. But when you're by yourself, you pay all the bills on your own. When he by himself, he paid all the bills on his
'Cause
own.
that's where you come
now,
in.
here's where the compromise come in. I do believe that if the guy makes money, he should take care of the whole rent
And the woman takes care of the bills inside the house.
Thank you.
That's why they say when women take care of the
Cooking,
home,
cleaning,
that means not even just that. Like you want internet? I'm a grown man. I'm at work. I'm doing construction. You want internet? You get the internet bill. You get the light bill. I pay the mortgage. I pay the stuff that's around that keeps the house up.
That makes sense.
Because to be honest, women actually do control the house. Because if she don't make the food, he's not gonna eat. He's not gonna come home to eat. He's gonna be pissed off. He's not gonna want to work. He's not gonna want to pay these bills. And if he's not taking care of her, she's not gonna want to take care of the house, which is not. It goes around the circle. It's not one is not greater than the other. One hand washes the other.
Here's the other question I want to get into before I lose train of thought. That was a long ass part. I like
Listen, it gets to it. You gotta get to it.
I like it, right? I like that. Now, right, here's the question I want to ask y'all, right? Do y'all believe my body, my choice is a selfish act of a woman?
I was very excited for this question. So let me talk about shit. Because if you're going to say my body, my choice, you have to say that all across the board. Don't be out here saying Black Lives Matter and then like a high percentage of Black people are killing Black babies. Don't say my body, my choice, but then you shame the next person for not being vaccinated. It's like if you're going to say that, be on it all across the board. That's where I stand on it. Like, I understand shit happens. You get pregnant. Maybe it not be the best situation to bring a baby into the world.
Understandable.
But stand on that ground all around. Like, don't be out here saying my body, my choice at the abortion center, but then being outside saying Black Lives Matter and the activists, like, don't do that.
I agree with her too. I just don't. My pushback only is, I just don't like when not just Black women, not Spanish, all women think terminating your pregnancy is birth control. That's not birth control. That's why I say that's where I fall in the. So you every minute you just because you got pregnant 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Abortion is not terminating your pregnancy is not a birth control. Just get on birth control and be more safe. But at the same time, I feel like, damn, I just lost my train of thought.
And then don't be like 6 months pregnant and be like, oh my
that's
God,
crazy.
I'm
That's
pregnant.
crazy. That person needs to be in hell and jail.
Yeah, like you should know, like you're pregnant.
You're playing games now. You're playing with time. You're just being lazy and procrastinating by not going to get that done.
And what they do is they try to make people feel sympathy by saying, well, women get raped, and they get. I mean, that's less than 1% of women getting pregnant from rape. It's literally extremely low. Yeah. Most people who are getting pregnant is coming from consensual sex.
They're responsible.
They're responsible for it. So I'm
white woman.
Black women have the most abortions.
No. They did the test. White women have more abortions than any other race.
Bro.
But they are placed in majority Black communities.
Yeah, but then also this is another thing I wanted to walk over. I don't do the abortion conversation because again, I feel like this is my stance. If a 14-year-old walks into an abortion, I talk loud as hell. If a 14-year-old walks into a hospital and tries to adopt a child, they're gonna tell her no. So why on the same sword would you make a 14-year-old who got pregnant have a child if you can't go into the abortion to the clinic to the hospital and adopt a child? You don't have to, and then also play on that pro-life. It seems like nobody cares about the child until it's born. No, nobody cares about the child until after it's born. Once the child's born, okay, you had the baby. We don't care. You'll force a 14-year-old to have a baby because you don't believe in abortion. But then what happens after the child has a baby? Nobody's trying to help that child
because it's consequences.
Well, I mean, I don't believe it's anyone's responsibility besides the father and the mother of the child to take care of the child. So anyone can say that, I'll take care of this child, I'll help you. But at the end of the day, you're the one that laid down and had sex to conceive that child.
So you're gonna force me to have a child that I don't want?
I mean, nobody's forcing anyone. You can cross over to the next state and have your.
No, they're trying to get that across the board. They're trying to wipe that across the board. No more abortions, and then they're trying to at the same time take away abortion. But then you're gonna try to take away.
That's also a lie too, by the way. Also a lie too. That's a liberal lie. That is a liberal lie. They have lied about that.
It varies by state.
I don't step in the abortion conversation because at the same time I'm pro. It's your body. You do what you want, but at the same time don't abuse the system. You use it for emergencies. You don't say, okay, well this is my fifth one. The sixth one's free, so I'm just gonna just have. I don't like that. I'm not here for that.
Discount. I just don't like when they don't carry that around.
What was the question in the first place? Why, like,
selfish act.
Choice is a narcissist.
Yeah, action.
Can you give me an example on a narcissist, like how that would correlate?
So a narcissist is somebody who just like automatically.
It's a selfish.
I know what it means.
It's a selfish act. Say my body, my choice. You don't give a fuck what the dude has to say anything about this. You still your choice, and on top of that, there's another body inside of you. It ain't your organ. That baby is not your liver. That owns you born with that. That baby has its own 10 toes, 10 fingers, own DNA. That's another body in your body. And say my body, my choice is taking a right from an actual child to live.
I mean,
Sorry,
So it becomes
I'm gonna have to go with my body, my choice. I'm sorry.
no, but no.
and as a man, I
no, but
My body, my
but
choice.
that
I could walk away. I could.
no, but it's still the man. Hold
can't
on.
hear you.
But it's still the man's seed.
I'm sorry. My body,
no, see, and that's
I mean, if the man is willing to step up to the plate and care for this
what I'm
child,
saying. And women
Okay,
still could have an abortion.
fine. But
because we both ultimately lay down and conceive this child. But if you're just gonna be a deadbeat and you just want to be like, oh my God, yeah, I have my baby. Like, no, you need to step up.
or
to
if
the
you have
plate.
health complications too.
That's
Yeah.
different. That's totally different.
Okay, but we have to talk about all that. Not
Yeah, you
just
can't-
about
yeah, you
this.
can't
No,
just
but
put
most
pinpoint
women,
one.
No, but most women who have abortions don't have a help. That's an exception to the rule. That's what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, but there's a
Most
lot of
people-
exceptions.
Bro, a lot of people have abortions because they don't want to be a mother. This is the
They don't
the
want to be
main
a
thing.
single mother.
No, they don't want to be a mother. Point blank. Period. Because mind you, service came out with the CDC. Even Oprah mentioned to herself.
We don't really listen to Oprah. We don't care about what Oprah has to
Hold
say.
on, and that's the problem. That's the problem with people. We care about the messenger versus the message. The message is still true. But what you're saying, it's still hold on, it's still the same true. Most black men are actually in their kids' lives, right? So mind you, just because you don't want to have a baby, let's say for example, the father say, "I'm happy you having a baby. I want to keep the child." Mother can still say, "My body, my choice," no, and kill the baby. Then what?
I mean, I do
That's-
believe
that's
he
a
has
selfish
a
act.
say, but like you have to be able to show that you're able. I mean, a woman shouldn't have a kid with a man that knows that like you're not going to take care of this kid.
And they
At
always
that
look-
point,
they
it's
lie.
the woman's like fault, and she has to take accountability for who she lay down with.
I saw
But
a
if the
movie about
man-
this too, but go ahead.
Yeah, but if the man is saying, "Hey, I want to keep this baby," you have to like show me you're like capable. Well, obviously, if I'm going to kill the baby, I guess I don't really care.
That's
what
the
you
point
do.
that I'm
But then
making.
we also, but look,
Yeah, I don't really
but you
care.
gotta also remember,
I'm
there's
getting rid of it
first of all,
now.
there's nothing new under the sun. We've seen this millions of times. Where I'm happy, I'm about to be at the baby shower with a Burberry button up on together, matching. Soon as the baby comes, he's over there with Tasha and all of it. I tell this to everybody: if you're not, this is where I stand on the conservative part. If he won't marry you, don't let him put a baby in you, because at the
Yeah.
end of the day,
I agree with that.
The first thing that
I agree.
two things will ruin your relationship: a baby and getting somebody's name tattooed on you. The relationship's over once you have a baby, or once you have a baby, or once you get somebody's name tatted. It's everything just starts. The room starts spinning. He can't concentrate. I got a
can
headache.
relate.
You speaking a language. You're pregnant. What? Think about it.
I
How
can
many-
vouch for that.
if a woman got your name tatted and you
can?
like,
You can vouch for that?
I can vouch for that.
once you get a tattoo, it's weird. If a man
Yeah.
got your name tatted, you gonna be like,
What-
this nigga's a weirdo. He a bozo.
Want to elaborate on that?
No, thank you.
See?
I plead the
They-
fifth on that one, but I can say what
they
was I gonna
run.
say? Shit, I was gonna say something good too.
Go
But
back.
You were just saying go back a little bit.
Okay, I go back. So let's rewind now.
About the
So when a woman gets into a relationship with the man, they have a baby, they run, but then they say, "My body, my choice." If he wants to be in the child's life, and you were saying basically you should let him, but at the same time, if the woman's going to kill the baby anyway, she doesn't care about what he was saying. But then I was saying, what happens when he shows up? Oh yeah, I want to be with you. I want to be with you. And as soon as the babies come,
Oh, I know what I was gonna
there you
say.
go. See?
Thank you. The main problem with pregnancy nowadays, I feel like pregnancy is an epidemic. It's so bad. So many teen pregnancies, just young people, period, having babies because they think it's an accessory to the relationship.
It's the key- so
like
they try to
it
think it's to keep
validates
the-
the relationship. Like, oh, we have a baby, so we're like, we're bound to be together forever.
He's gonna choose
It's
me.
not gonna work that way.
He's
Like,
gonna run every time.
I'm his baby mom. I'm here to stay. Like, no.
No.
Like, you just had a baby with a deadbeat, and now you're sitting there crying in the bathroom.
You're an accessory.
It's just not gonna work that way.
But the problem is the women are willingly picking the deadbeat.
Yeah, that's what I'm
this
saying. So
is
that's
the
what
issue.
the women have to be held accountable
Now,
for
can I-
that.
can I
But
give you a
then don't
pushback
turn
with that?
around and
Uh-huh.
try to kill the baby just because you decided to have sex.
That's the
with
point that
this
I'm
person and get
making.
pregnant
That's a
with it.
selfish act.
But my
Yeah.
thing is,
You know what I'm saying?
but my thing is, the women that having babies with deadbeats. Why is a deadbeat even the option?
No, because first of all, you're gonna always have.
Self-esteem.
Deception.
Why is a deadbeat? If there wasn't a deadbeat, then the women wouldn't be having babies
Bro,
with deadbeats.
that
So
literally-
as a man, you have to take
Bro,
accountability for
that-
why you're the deadbeat. You
I
ain't
think,
shit.
yeah, the accountability can fall on both
Yeah,
ends.
but one has to happen before the other. So
No,
the woman's
no,
gonna have
hold-
the baby if the guy's a good guy, but the woman's gonna have the baby and he ends up being a bad
Dude.
guy. He's a deadbeat.
No,
then
but
now
that-
it's
that-
bro,
bro,
she can't have two.
That's not how that works, bro.
How's it
You're
not?
always gonna have good and bad. Don't
Yeah.
say if it wasn't bad, I wouldn't be shooting a gun at somebody.
So then
no, but it's still a choice you're making.
But then you can't keep always holding the gun
No,
to the woman
bro,
who
bro,
has the
bro,
baby.
Bro, you're not making my point across. What I'm saying to you is this. You saying that why is deadbeats even in the picture? My point is they're always going to exist. Like bad is always going to exist. You can't stop it.
How many
You can't-
white
Hold on, hold on,
deadbeats you
bro,
would know?
bro, you can't stop it, bro. What I'm saying is The fact of
He's
the matter
trolling.
is, the women are still picking a deadbeat, knowing he's a fucking deadbeat. If you see a nigga got 14, 11 kids, and he always at your house eating your baby cereal up and Fruit of the Loom, eating the Fruit Loops and
the snacks in the cupboards.
He never call his own kids. You know he's a deadbeat, and you still let him fuck you raw.
But as I'm the one to make him better.
Thank you.
But then
about the change and the upgrade.
But we can't. But
why
we
do you
can't.
think you? Why do women want to save jailbirds for?
Because
I don't
they
understand
because
this.
they don't show up as a jailbird in a relationship. Just
You go to jail.
Listen,
and you write letters to him.
But you know
let me ask y'all women. Y'all both women. Y'all both women.
To play devil's advocate real quick, I've never been through this. So I'm just saying I don't have kids at all either. But people like men can play a deception. So can women.
I lie through my teeth all the time.
So you can act like
and I don't have a
you're not a deadbeat.
Watch out for that.
I'm toxic, and I'm working on myself. I'm doing all the spiritual work on myself. That's why I'm not in a relationship, because I'm choosing to be.
Everybody can portray as something that you're really not. So.
Yeah, I thought my baby dad was heaven sent.
See, you feel me? So
Yeah, they lie. People lie. Humans are
you don't choose a deadbeat. I mean, you can like.
You ignore the signs. You ignore the
Sometimes
signs.
you ignore the signs, or sometimes it takes a pregnancy to realize
To wake you the hell up.
Yeah.
But then your value as a woman decreases when you have one baby.
Of course, I mean,
And that's
you're
wrong.
less
I feel like that's
desirable.
wrong.
But you can add other factors to your life that can make you more desirable.
But
You
they-
can be like, you know what, fuck this, I had a kid, but watch how I.
And I take
validate
you know what's the
myself.
best? Men love when they see a woman able to nurture and take care of a child. That makes you want to have a baby with you.
Yeah.
But in society, we're so brainwashed that she has a baby, she's damaged goods.
I
No.
mean, most of them are.
We can't. That's a
I
monolith.
know
That's a
'cause
monolith. That's a monolith.
Yeah. Well,
We
like
can't-
I have a kid.
No,
so it's
and-
like
and-
I
and
know
that-
that
and
I'm
you
less
don't-
desirable.
But no, that's not true.
It's true.
That's somebody who's.
Hold
yeah,
on,
that's
hold on.
finna get.
Hold on.
Bring it back in.
What I'm bringing back in is, I'm telling you, women are choosing the deadbeats, and you going back to why they on the option. Once again, they're always gonna be on the option. You have the better person to make better decisions. That's it. Right now, you always gonna have.
Let me ask you a question.
You're always gonna have a bully in school. It's gonna always exist.
So let me ask
but
you
it's
a
your choice to hang out with that damn bully. It's your choice. You don't gotta hang out with that nigga. The same way you don't gotta pick that deadbeat dude or this shitty dude. You see he give you all the signs. Don't get me wrong. There's some people out there who are very sneaky, who could trick you.
A lot.
A lot of people I let them go by. But right?
It's a lot. It's a lot.
But mind you, you still picked him though.
Yeah.
That's the point. You
That's
still
where you have to be
picked them.
accountable.
But same thing when a man picks a woman. You get mad, but you still picked her though. They have a baby with, you know she was a fucked up parent, but you still went with her.
Sidebar, can we do a little quick about that dumbass basketball player who got with the porn star, and now she snuck and started doing OnlyFans
What's her
behind his
name?
back.
Brianna.
She
Come on, Joe Smith.
They need to give her the chair.
Oh,
She
she's
needs the
wrong for
electric
that.
chair. She went behind his back and snuck and started doing OnlyFans because he's not making enough for her. I think it's a skit because nobody's that damn stupid. I think it's a skit. Nobody's that stupid.
I was like,
It is
when
with the next
Why is she recording him? Why she's telling him why she's making OnlyFans? It's a skit. Everybody's doing everything for
It has to
attention.
be.
As
Now,
attention seeking.
I have a question for the women now, right?
Yes.
Now this one I really want to ask the women.
Excited.
Let me go run to the bathroom.
I know I used about it too, but I'm like, this is too good.
All right. So the question I want to ask y'all, right, is why do black women expect black men to deal with their attitudes and masculine ways, but won't hold the white man to the same standard?
Do you want to go first, or should I take it away?
This might be controversial.
It's gonna
I
be
love
controversial.
controversial. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I think
Let me just start with the why they won't hold a white man to the standard, right? Stereotypically, white men, you don't have a conversation about going 50-50 on a restaurant bill, or like 50-50 on anything, or they just naturally, this is my opinion, they just naturally know like the traditional relationship to provide, and
So in the mic.
I feel like I'm like talking loud.
You
To
good.
provide and everything. But like with a man, it's like a black man is more like of a conversation. Like, are we going 50-50 on this? But the attitude part, I don't agree with. But when it comes to finances with a black man, it's more of a conversation. That's what I have to say right now. Before I add on.
Okay. Repeat the question one more time, please. I'm sorry. You kind of lost me.
All right. I was saying, why do black women expect black men to accept their attitudes and masculine ways, but won't hold the white man to the same standard?
Okay. That's an interesting question. Well, I feel like I hate saying I feel like, but if a black woman feels as though a white man is her compatible partner, I feel as though they have the standards and the morals that's needed to be with a white man. Because already, you know, we have racism, whatever, and, you know, it's uncommon, or maybe it's more common that a black woman is with a white man in biracial couples. But I feel like if a black woman is going to be with a white man, she knows the role she's supposed to play. She knows how she's supposed to be. When you're with a black woman and a black man, 9 times out of 10, the black man is not up to par. He's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. So a black woman just automatically feels, you know, I run this. I'm dominant. I'm masculine, which is not okay, because you're supposed to be feminine regardless of the race you're with. That's a natural trait that a woman is supposed to be. You're supposed to be feminine. You're supposed to be submissive. That's just what it's supposed to be. But maybe men have more tolerance for it just because they don't have, you know, those morals instilled in them. They don't have the confidence instilled in them. Maybe they just like, oh, I'm supposed to be with a black woman. My mom was with a black man, and etc. So maybe that's just what they believe it's supposed to be. But ultimately, at the end of the day, a man should not tolerate a woman that's not submissive and is not feminine, because a woman's like, oh, well, if a man did this and that, I'll be feminine. No, you're supposed to be feminine all the time. That's what a woman is supposed to be. So I feel like regardless if you're with a white man or a black man, you're supposed to automatically have these traits instilled in you, because you're supposed to be a woman. A woman is supposed to be feminine. You're supposed to be submissive. You're supposed to follow domestic household rules.
Can I slide in there?
Real quick, can I just piggyback off what you said? Really brief. Real quick.
Of course.
Also, stereotypically, a white man's either he knows his role or he's just a total simp. Now, what I mean by that, like sugar daddy, sugar babies.
Seeking ignorance.
Okay, it's just like, you know, goes hand in hand with, versus a black man. It's not normal in that way. I don't know if
it's what I would say.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I just want to touch on that, the feminine and masculine part.
Entitlement.
So when a woman is in her pure femininity, she will only attract masculine men. So if a man is not in his masculine energy, he's not tapped into his masculine, he won't attract feminine women. He'll attract more masculine, more dominant women. So it's like, again, if you're feminine, feminine is not energy, is not confrontational. It's not I'm going to argue and fight back with you. If a woman's fighting back with you, then she's not tapped into her feminine energy. And if a man is not there to protect you, he's not tapped into his masculine energy. And you think about it like this. Think about it in the LGBTQ community, the alphabet mafia. When you have a feminine gay man, what does he attract?
Mostly masculine.
And when you have a masculine gay man, what does he attract?
Feminine.
So the energy you have when you work on yourself, your energy, that's what you attract. Like again, it's like you wanna.
I just feel like it's deeper than that, because it just comes back to women being accountable in like their womanhood.
No such thing. Y'all don't know that word.
I do. I'm the exception, I guess.
But then at the same time, men, we do gaslight a lot.
Yeah, like a woman, I hate when they say, oh, I'm in my feminine era. This man made me tap into my femininity.
He can't do that.
You're supposed to be like that naturally. Like regardless of if you're with a Caucasian man, an African American man, that's what you're supposed to be naturally. As a woman, if you don't present yourself that way to society, you're going to get what you get, the bottom of the barrel.
But how are you supposed to tap into that feminine energy if all you know, if all you've been around is feminine, soft men that don't allow you? Like,
No.
I mean,
that makes no sense, bro.
No, I get what he's saying.
No, it's an excuse. Because you choosing to be around feminine men. That's your choice.
It's not what you choose, what you attract. It's what you attract.
Bro, you say,
but a woman can easily pick up a book and educate herself on what she likes,
or go to therapy
that she wants to address.
It's never a book. It's inner work. It's inner work. It's always inner work. Like he says, inner work.
I mean, I didn't have a mother that instilled certain femininity within me. I had to discover that myself. Actually, my dad taught me how to be more feminine.
That's what I was gonna go with. Go ahead.
He taught you how to be around. He can't teach you femininity. No, he can teach you how to operate a man. He actually can't,
because he taught me how a woman is supposed to be. He taught me the morals and the standards and the respect that a woman
have respect for yourself.
You know, you're supposed to cross your leg when you're wearing their skirt. You're supposed to treat a man this way. You're supposed to be able to know how to cook meat, how to style the plate and present it in a proper way. My dad instilled these in me where my mother didn't. So it's like, if you can't find that within your household, with your mother that's supposed to teach you these things, you can find them elsewhere. I don't think it's a reason to be like, oh, well, I've only been around feminine men. You choose to be around those.
Jay-Z said that Beyonce said Jay-Z also helped her be more of a woman by showing her.
Yo,
so I get that, but we can't always let it always fall on the woman.
No. A woman has to be held accountable.
Bro,
if you wanted that bad, you'll do it.
The question was a self-reflecting question.
Oh, yes,
and all I kept doing is bringing up the men as the issue. The reason why I asked that question, because the women have yet to really answer that question fully. because it's an internal question.
She did.
No. I'm saying like I'm talking about other women. They haven't answered that question fully because it's an internal question, right?
They don't know.
They blame the man. Is it the man? This is the man. That it's a you question to ask why do you do this, right? And because you just said it just now, like a lot of women don't have their fathers in their goddamn life to understand. Yeah. That's the true answer. Because if they had a father in their life, they would teach her. They said, nah, you respect the man. A lot of black women don't have no regards for black men. They don't. They be, nigga, you better you better get what it is, nigga. I come as I is. You better say me all night. I'm not compromising.
The funny part about
hold on. When a white man come, he'll automatically be.
But I think that also goes into
why do you expect me to deal with this stuff? And if I call you out, listen, a real man is not going to deal with your toxic ways.
That's the problem right there. You just said that. That's the problem right there.
Deeper into like
he just said it right there.
Maybe like comfortability and familiarity.
Culture difference.
This is a Caucasian man. Like maybe you come from a place where you feel like Caucasian are above you, so you feel like, okay, I want to be good enough for this white man. Let me, play my role and be good, and I'll be accepted by this white man. Maybe with a black man, you have familiarity. Maybe you came in a household where you see your mom and your dad or your mom,
and the man is respecting the woman.
It's like the same as working in a workplace too, right? If a Caucasian dominated workplace, right? You're not gonna say
you're gonna be the token black
like,
person.
I'm feeling. You're gonna speak a little more. You're gonna be more articulate. You know what I'm saying?
But my thing is,
I'm just giving an example.
Accepting it. Why do you expect a black man to accept your toxic way that you have no regards for?
Let me slide in there and say that.
I mean, why does a black man accept it?
That's because that's the point that I'm making. Hold on. I'm going back to the man not accepting it. But the women expect him to accept it. That's what I'm saying. Why would you expect him to accept this?
Because there's been a population of people black men who have accepted it, and that's the problem.
But
I guess it's just about like your environment,
you get what I'm
and like the standards that you've seen.
I don't do that.
It's an old saying: "What you allow is what will continue." So for you to expect all black men. For you to expect all black men to accept that attitude is because the last couple black men that you did accept your attitude.
I mean, but let's be real. Let's take it deeper than that. The black men in society, what are they portrayed as? What do we see as black men?
Soft,
I mean, I don't see
feminine, want to be taken care of.
Like, powerful, accountable, respectable men. I mean, 9 times out of 10, they're disrespectful. They deal with women that are below their standards or at their standard, period.
So when Tasha sees John treating Elizabeth a certain way, she wants to be treated that way too. So she assimilates to try to be like, okay, well, I'm gonna be docile and soft because this man over there is treating her that way. When I'm with Rasheem, he's yelling at me and fighting at me and telling me I need his food stamps card.
ain't bringing back. Those are niggas, right? Versus black men.
That's the thing too.
But how do we differentiate the two?
Hold on.
You said those are niggers and black men.
But let me get my point across. So my point is this: the fact that when I ask that question, people and the women will go back to the man. I'm asking the woman, why do you expect him to deal this way? I mean, deal with.
But that sounds like a bias-based question.
That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm trying to tell him.
Because I'm not a woman that does that to my partner.
No, but mind you, once again, you are the exception to the rule.
So how can I speak for those that are not the exception?
Right.
Because you did it earlier. You spoke for people who wasn't an exception also.
So she held him
but I have no experience with this.
I'm asking a question, right? You can answer general questions all the time. Do medicine work? Do Tylenol work for most people? Yes. It don't work for me, but I can answer yes.
But you kind of moved
the side. No, I'm not. I'm asking the internal question because what I'm saying is black women expect a black man to be 6 feet, 6-inch dick, 6 figures.
6 inch. What?
Yo, it's a thing. but when they deal with a white man, they don't none of that issue on him. He's gotta be white.
Can I try?
I'm like, hold on.
I mean, maybe the black woman just looks up to white men and like aspires to be in a happy, healthy relationship with a Caucasian man.
Because that's what they show us. That's what they show us on television. They show us that.
I can't get the word in.
It's like such a bias-based question. It's hard to like articulate and like maneuver around it.
Questions are right now. The other question right now, when you ask about deadbeats, that's gonna be a bias-based question also. The question is directly. If I ask a question right now, why do black men kill black men all day long? I can't turn around and say that's a biased, simple question. No, it's a question directed to a man for a reason.
But you're saying, why do women disrespect black men but have a different attitude towards white men?
Ask that question again.
Why do they expect
Hold on.
Ask question.
Ask again. The question is this: why do black women expect black men to deal with their attitudes or masculine energy, but won't put the white men at the same standard?
you'd have to answer
No,
this, 'cause
hold
I'd be
on.
surprised if I really,
Hold
like,
on.
I don't know.
So what I'm saying is, whenever I ask that question, the women will go back into, well, the man this, the man this, the man that. And I'm like, no, it's an internal question. I'm asking it like, why do y'all expect that?
Okay,
Like,
either the women are conscious that and I don't know how to answer this without saying what we think of the men. It's a perception thing. So it's like, okay, so if I think, he's a black man, right, and I'm dealing with him, and I'm just, either the women themselves are not conscious that they're even being a masculine energy. So it could be just how he acts. And I'm just like, he's a simp to me. So it's just like, all right, whatever.
She's answering. That's her.
No, I ain't saying that. I'm talking about that right there could be true. But how would you, hold on. But if the guy's not a simp off rip and the guy's a masculine man, if the man don't want to accept her ways, he's insulted for that.
Okay, then.
So you expect him to deal with it.
This
Well, you
where
must
it
hate.
gets-
Hold on. So
yeah.
you must hate your mother because I don't want to deal with no sassy shit. That's what I'm saying. Why do y'all want to the white man? You must hate your mother when he don't. Hold on, bro. When he don't want to deal with the same shit you want to deal with. No black woman has told a white man, you must hate your mother if he don't want to deal with her sassy shit.
right,
but when a black man don't want to deal with this, I said, say that again.
Real quick. So he could be masculine. I could come across him as masculine energy.
It's not gonna work, yeah.
Some masculine men, just from my perception as a woman, masculine men love toxic energy. They love the women that are
The alpha woman who takes control.
Alpha or ratchet or whatever you want to call it.
They like that. Some of them do. It's a
I don't know how
demographic.
to answer this because it's like you want to know my inner self. It works for different women. It's how I perceive him is how I perceive you.
We're not a monolith. That's why I tell you, baby. We can't put everybody in the same thing. By
that logic, don't ask questions then.
No, but then you.
Questions are usually general.
Because when you ask the question and they answer it, you kind of move the goalposts.
Because you're not answering what I'm saying. My whole point was you answering in a way, but you're still blaming the men. But bro, see, stop doing that.
No, I was gonna tell her like
that's the point. That's why I keep moving. That's why I keep changing. Because when you do that, it keeps changing. What I'm saying to you is when you ask somebody a question, you will still find a way to blame the other person when it's a self-inflection question, an inside question for yourself, right? So I'm asking you, why do women do? If you ask me, Stevie, why do men do this? I'm not gonna say because the women do that. No, I'm gonna say, all right, the man might feel the way with X, Y, and Z, and it may cause for a woman to act that way, which is fine. But in this case, that's why I said I never heard of a black woman tell a black man. I mean, if a black man don't want to deal with a woman's attitude, that's shit, because he's a real man, I'm good with that. She's ashamed for it. You must hate your mother. You must hate black women. But if a white man said the same exact shit, I ain't dealing with that. You have never told him, you hate your mother. You must hate black women. They don't
know where you're
say
getting to hate your mother from, but me personally speaking, I can't relate. So I can't even answer for all women. But for me, my inner work is how my mindset is towards different men. I think that's just my.
You're not a monolith.
Personally speaking, I don't think it's like a.
I'm gonna tell that from there. I'm gonna wrap this up.
I don't think
Huh?
Oh shit! Well, let me get that out the way real fast. I was just saying that the reason, from a logical perspective, the reason that people do the things they do is because something you've experienced before, and what you're being programmed to see on television. You see the white man is.
One more thing before I wrap this up. What if I say I'm used to beating on women, and I expect you to take me beating on women?
Now, did I know that you beat on women?
No. I said off rip.
I'm not dealing with you. No.
That's what I'm saying. You don't got to deal with. Why would I expect you to deal with me? That's what I'm asking you. No, you're not hearing what I'm saying. Why would, if you ask me the question.
Maybe you dealt with women that accepted it.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but my thing is, but why would I think that y'all all should take what I'm doing to you? Because
you did it to somebody else.
So say if I'm a disrespectful woman, I'm dominant, I'm masculine, I don't really give a fuck.
And you walk over me.
If I dealt with a large mass of men that just like accepted it, I'm like, okay, who's not gonna accept it?
Exactly.
Like that's just
So if
conditioning.
No, but
That's human
Why do
nature.
you be-
Why they think that we're gonna accept it, and they keep going, they keep projecting it to the man instead of answering the question. Correct?
yeah, I'm asking them, why do they think black women, and generally speaking, not your personal thing.
And they told you.
No, but I'm saying, I'm talking about the people on YouTube, not only them. I'm asking the question. I'm telling them why the other one wasn't trying to answer it completely.
She said, hold on. She said experience because she's done it
No,
before.
but she gave an answer.
And me as a man, I'm saying because if I walk over the last 10 people, I'm going to continue to try to walk over the next person. I'm going to expect that.
But it's go back to entitlement.
No, it's just trial
No,
and
it's
error.
experience. If you so for
Time to come from
example,
experience.
if you hop the subway train every day, you go there at 3 p.m. You're gonna be like, okay, I know at 3 p.m. on Tuesday I can hop this train.
It becomes an entitlement.
No, that's
not
experience.
entitlement.
It
That's
becomes an
experience.
entitlement.
No.
Not entitled. You know.
You feel like you owe. I should owe.
No,
Yeah.
but you expect not to get caught. You're used to doing this.
That's not entitled though.
Yes, it is because it becomes an entitlement because you expect it. You keep doing it, whatever. Now it become at this time I'm going to hop.
No, but
it become an
But if
expectation.
you know at 3 p.m. on Tuesday,
That's
you're good to hop over.
Yeah.
No, but you start you become like a spoil you become a
That's not
spoil
entitled.
you become a spoiled brat doing that, and then when you get caught, because you was entitled to keep hopping over and over because that never happened to you before.
That's different. That's
That's
different. That's
different.
different.
No, because I'm talking about
You won't do it no more. After you get caught the first time, you won't do it no more.
Are we recording?
yeah.
Oh,
But
shit.
I'm saying is when you get away with something so long, it becomes you
Second
feel
nature.
Bro, stop. You start to feel like you're entitled to something.
I don't.
When you get away
believe
with it for
that's
so long.
entitlement.
No, but
if
you-
I naturally
it
go into a
creates the
situation
entitlement.
like this is who I am, you should accept this.
That's one way of
That's
entitlement. No, that's one way of
But
entitlement.
if you know for a fact on Tuesday at 3 p.m. there's no cops that can hop the train,
Watch this.
that's you knowing.
Watch this.
Trial and error.
Watch this.
Yeah.
Watch this. Hold on, watch this. If we go on a date constantly and I keep paying for you, you become entitled. Because you expect a man to pay for you on the first date every single time.
But if
Because-
you're constantly doing
no,
that,
hold
I
on,
know
hold
he's
on.
gonna pay my
No,
tab.
no, because it becomes because generally speaking, men pay for first dates. So being that it kept happening, you expect the man to pay for first dates. Hence, it creates an entitlement.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Just me, it doesn't apply. But most women, yes.
Yes, I'm saying it becomes an entitlement issue.
I
because
just don't believe it's entitlement, but I can understand where it applies. I just don't think it's entitlement. I think it's trial and error. And
Because I could get
Experience.
caught by the police. I could have hopped the chain 50 times in a row, and then the 51st time I get caught.
You're not gonna do it no
I'm
more.
not gonna argue with them like I do this all the time.
Not you,
da-da-da-da-da.
not you. I'm
But
saying
she's
people
speaking.
do that.
But she's speaking. It's 4 of us right
But
here. It's not
people do that.
It's not 100 people in the
So are we
room. So
talking
we're
in
speaking.
general? This is where I get
Yeah, in
confused.
general
I'm
speaking.
So yeah,
it's a little
and-
more personalized.
Okay,
Yeah.
it sounds
So in
good.
general, we all gonna have naturally human beings are gonna have
There you
it.
go. It's made it personalized, which go back to the topic.
So that's what we're trying to say. Like, do you want us to answer the question?
It becomes self-centered.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Conversation.
First of all, it's no. Every human being has narcissistic tendencies. If you have 5 out of I think the 8,
First
then
of all,
you are a narcissist.
Narcissistic is not just a selfish act. It goes deeper into that. Like you mentally fucking with somebody
Yeah, that's what I
else's
said.
mind.
Narcissistic tendencies, not narcissist. If you're a
Like-
narcissist versus
But
a narcissistic
if folks put
tendencies,
other
we all
minds
have
for
those.
a personal gain.
Gaslighting and all that goes
But
into
it become
it. But like
for a personal gain. You're doing it for personal. You're doing it. I'm tricking you. I'm manipulating you because I'm gaining from it personally. From a selfish standpoint.
We also need to stop.
that's what it
is.
But we also need to stop. We need to really putting that out there. A narcissist is not somebody who's just selfish. You have to have a
Right.
certain amount of traits that make you a narcissist. We all have narcissistic tendencies.
I'm not saying that, bro.
No, I'm saying, but that word
that's
gets
why I was kind of confused.
but the
by your
word gets thrown
previous
around.
Question
The
when
word
you
gets-
said, "Does my body, my choice?" Like, is that narcissistic of a woman? I was
No.
kind of confused by that question because I'm like, that doesn't make a woman a narcissist just because she's choosing to have an
Herself.
abortion.
No, this phrase, "my body, my choice."
It's not narcissistic.
It is because it's not
Well, you
just
have
your
to
body.
elaborate for me because I don't quite understand.
Because it's not just your body. It's another person's body inside your body. If it was your organ.
Okay, but what if I'm
trying to
bringing this
explain.
child into a terrible life?
I'm trying to explain to you.
Okay.
It don't matter. You should have used the condom. Because
Right.
your life was terrible. Hold on, bro.
But-
Stop. Bro, the thing is, 'cause before that even happened, you knew life was terrible before you fucked raw. You knew this before you fucked raw. Now you fucked raw, had a baby. Oh, the baby life will be terrible. You knew it before. You was sleeping on the air mattress before. You got pregnant on the air mattress.
I mean, but there's a
So you-
percentage of women that get pregnant on birth control that the condoms break. I mean,
And that
there's-
exception
there's
rules,
exception.
it doesn't matter about exception, but it happens.
It happens.
no,
So I
but-
mean, in those instances, I can understand a woman choosing my body, my choice.
But mind you, see, you still going back to the exception.
Yeah, but
you
you have to.
But bro, no. But the rule is most women don't get pregnant on birth control.
But it's not the
Bro,
rule.
but I'm going about what she's saying.
Yeah, but I'm agreeing with her because it's always, if you can't say you can't, if it's an exception, then you have to also add that into the effect that if that happens.
Yeah, because, I mean,
that's why
abortion
it's called
is
the
for
exception to the
instances like
rule
that.
because the exception is not counted as the given.
But
I mean, my standpoint, I don't believe it's narcissistic.
No, all right, watch this. When you have exception to the rule, that means that's something outside the general thing. It's a small amount that happened. That's the given. All means 100%. So you cannot have an exception if it's 100% all. All exception is the smaller part.
I mean, should I ask like my unborn baby with no heartbeat, like, do you want to live? Like,
No. That's
like I don't.
Again, we keep putting it in a negative connotation.
but-
We all have narcissistic tendencies. So
Bro,
me choosing
and
my body
is
over
not one of them.
No. But me choosing my body over just because you have narcissistic tendencies doesn't mean you're a bad person. It's like some people have higher thoughts of themselves. That's a narcissistic tendency, but
True.
they also have empathy, so they care about other people. You're not a narcissist.
Can
But
I
when
give another my body, my choice
example.
Go ahead.
addicts, right? You can affect other people without hurting them, but you can affect other people by hurting yourself. So it's like, is that a narcissistic trait too? Because addicts go to jail too. You can go to jail.
I mean, I
for
kind of
being-
feel like addicts are narcissists.
No, and yes,
So-
okay. If
not
we
by
wanna talk
choice, I
about it that
think.
way, but I'm talking
It is
about,
by choice. You're doing the
actually-
drug.
It's easy. It's
actually,
easier
like,
said than done.
Using
Bro,
the
it's still a
drug,
choice. That's what makes it
besides
your
the
choice.
lying, besides the, whatever trauma you bring to your family, but like just having your family see you do that act, right?
That's why I feel like
it's also a selfish act.
I can touch on this.
Is it-
I can touch on this topic because I know that when you're an addict, it's you know that this is wrong. You don't want to do it because if you wanted to quit smoking cigarettes, you'll stop smoking cigarettes. It's
Right.
not people make it black and white. It's always a gray area in certain things.
Yeah.
I know that shooting up I can die, but I have not died yet, so I'm going to take that chance because I want to get high. Now in the back of my head, this is wrong. I don't want to do it because I'm broke, I'm hungry, and I'm hurting myself, and I can. There's a possibility that I can die. So I'm choosing to do this because the addiction has taken its
You
course.
prove my point.
no, because I
You
believe in
choose. Hold on.
willpower.
You choosing something. It's the choice. That's the point that I'm making. It's still
It's
a
like-
choice. You
but-
choosing.
but
Hold
it's-
on, bro. You choosing something that is literally a choice.
I
right.
don't know. With
So
the
it's
addict shit, you kind of lost me because I believe in willpower. Say if I'm an
Yes.
addict,
Everybody have different willpower. That's why I agree with you.
Still a
and
choice.
I believe, but it's like mental, like your capacity to have strength mentally. Like me, if I'm addicted to heroin, I'm like, if I know I want to make that change, like if I want to do that, I'm going to make that change. Some people don't have that willpower. They don't have that confidence. They don't have that.
Some people don't have the resources.
But again,
Not even resources. There's you can get resources to get free needles.
Let me ask you a question.
So you can also get resources to get
You
the
right.
help.
Has anybody went on BetterHelp.com?
Yes.
yes, yeah.
I can't hear the.
How much? BetterHelp.com. How much does the therapy cost?
Well,
I don't
if you
know how
have
much it
financial
costs,
help
but
is
I know there's
$250 a month.
Medicare.
I went. It doesn't cover.
4
I
weeks.
it doesn't cover. I tried to do therapy last week. I went online. I did all the steps. I did the financial aid. They want $126 a week.
Well, why don't you have insurance?
They ain't shit.
It doesn't cover.
But here's the thing. I think logically. I put the emotion aside and I think logically. And I also, like I said, I believe in willpower. If you want something bad enough, if you want that heroin bad enough, you're going to go get it. So you can do the same thing to stop doing it. You can fucking go to McDonald's and act like, oh, yeah, I'm here to pick up a DoorDash order and get the food you need.
Have you ever been an addict?
I've never been an addict, but I have addicts in my family.
So then you can't speak on it. You can speak on it from how it affects you because being an addict affects everybody. But when you are in it and you don't notice that you're in it until you're already in it, and you're like, wait.
I mean, but I have addictions in other forms.
Yeah, but I'm saying in general, there's a difference when you're like, wait a minute, oh, I'm lit, and then when that high comes down, I'm hungry, and it's like, damn, I didn't want this, I want to eat, but then the
But you
addiction.
I mean, I don't know. I'm
a logical person too.
I'm a logical person, and it's like I've experienced a lot of life at a young age. I mean, I used to live in a trap house, and I used to do drugs in the trap house, and I had
Drugs like as in. If you don't want to, if you mind me, but was it
perks, Xanax,
yeah, that's
coke? I mean, all types of stuff. I mean, I've been there, done that.
But again,
but I know my limits. I know when I start to recognize, okay, this is not okay. I need to make a better change, and I put everything that I put into getting those drugs to make that change.
As you should. But
and then it's like, but for some people, it's like it just depends on how bad you really want it. People maybe they lack the confidence, they don't believe they can do it.
But sometimes people.
I just
want to
speak on something. Addiction honestly, it's like also a substance use
Abuse.
disorder. So it could be eating. It doesn't have to be drugs.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah,
have
like
to be alcohol.
I'm using
I
an
used to,
extreme. I'm
like,
using an
have a-
extreme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I used to have an issue with.
So when
I mean,
I
we're
say
going into the details,
my body,
but-
my choice, it correlates to the abortion thing that we're talking about too. My body, my choice. Yes, it can say if you had a miscarriage or not miscarriage, abortion, right? You might have told somebody that could affect somebody else too. But
I feel like we should keep on the addict thing because I'm kind of.
all right, so
that,
okay,
No, but like-
we could talk about the addict thing. The
I
addict.
can't hear you.
Nobody wants to be an addict.
Drug
Did you
No,
want to be an addict?
no.
Did you want to be an addict?
Oh,
I
hold
mean,
on.
I was an
Hold on,
addict with
time.
self-infliction.
We don't talk about this.
Let's finish your point and we go back to y'all.
Okay.
Because I'm just saying, like, drug users, they go to jail, right? Drug users, you can, like, mentally affect your family, friends. You can lose everybody. Money, too. Go into debt and everything. So when it's your body, though, it's your choice. In a way, I can see why it could be narcissistic, but only in a selfish act way. But how can, like, you gaslight somebody? Unless you're talking about lying. Or
That's not the person talking anymore.
Hold on. I'll answer my question real fast. Because my body, my choice is a mantra that was created for abortions.
right.
That's what it is. So we're not going to use my body, my choice for other
Addicts,
stuff.
yeah.
When we talk about my body, my choice, we talking about technically getting a tattoo.
It's your choice.
It's your body, your choice. Being drugs, your body, your choice. You got bodily autonomy of your own body,
Plastic
right?
surgery, my body, my choice.
Yeah, right. All that. But my thing is, I'm talking about
When
pregnancy.
When it's between
Pregnancy.
two people, but one person has
that
more control
don't
than the
mean
other.
that because you wrote on your own skin. You got your penis cut off to turn into a vagina. That's all your organs and stuff like that. That's your choice, fine.
It doesn't affect the other
But
person.
when it's actually a baby growing inside of you that have its own DNA, 10 toes, 10 fingers, a heartbeat, it smiles, it eats inside of you.
Like when he's
That's no longer your body.
No one
That's two bodies. Because if I was to kill you while you're pregnant, I get tried with double murder. That's why it makes no sense when they say about my body, my choice. No, because I just killed two people.
But then if the baby dies inside you, you can die too.
No, but I'm saying
So you are attached. You're
no,
connected.
no, but it's not your body. Siamese twins are attached.
No, but bro, it's
Right?
It is your body.
Depend on-
To be honest, it's a parasite. To be honest, it's a
No,
parasite.
parasite.
It is.
No.
It's
Go,
a
go,
parasite.
no, hold on.
Yeah.
Go back to your point. About
Okay.
addiction.
With the addict thing?
Yeah. Go
Oh,
ahead.
Oh, because you want to know my business. That's why.
And he want to know mine because he see it seeping through the podcast.
What was I going to say?
Let me pick it back up.
Yeah.
So when nobody, if you go ask the first person you see on the street that's on drugs, if you ask them and they coherent, and you say, do you want to be an addict? They're going to tell you no. Nobody wants to be an addict because you don't see yourself becoming an addict. 2018, I'm having fun, I'm living life, I'm ripping and running.
Yeah, wrap the episode up, y'all.
You blink, it's 2023, and you're like, I've been on drugs for this amount of time and I didn't even notice, and then now you're trying to get off of it, and now you're noticing that it's harder to get off. You don't have the resources because people who do drugs, they isolate themselves from people around them. They gaslight their friends. They don't tell their friends that they need this. They tell, I need this for food. You go buy drugs. Their friend don't know. It's harder to you to tell somebody that you're on drugs because then judge.
After this last word for everyone.
Okay.
No, go. I'm gonna wrap that up. Go ahead.
All right,
Because we could talk after this. We could talk.
Yeah,
that's
I
another.
just want to touch on that statement you just made about addicts. The way I feel about it is like I have sympathy for people, but I also think logically, and I put my emotion to the side. I'm still an addict. I consider myself still an addict, and my addiction was self-infliction. And if I'm going down that course, and I know how it's affecting me, it's affecting my peers. I know that at one point in time, I had to make the change and I had to put the commitment into making that change.
Was it easy?
Of course not. It wasn't easy, but I still did it because it's something that I wanted to do or something that I was committed to doing. If I'm a heroin addict, for example, if I'm on the street, I'm going to find, that's just me personally, I'm going to find any way possible to get out of this situation if I really want to. If there's resources that can give me needles to continue my addiction, I know for a fact there's resources that I can find that can help me escape my addiction.
I respect that, but you know what my pushback.
No, that's the point.
So that's just where I'm coming from. Like, I don't feel bad for people that want to sit in their addiction and want to, like, be wary in their addiction. No, you can overcome that. If you can go find drugs, if you can go afford drugs, you can afford something and save up that money for more things that are beneficial to your situation. That's just the way I feel. It is a world of finesse. You can do absolutely anything to overcome that.
I agree to disagree.
But it's like, it just depends on where you're at mentally. If you don't feel like you're capable of doing that, if you're not committed to making that change, then you lack confidence in your decisions, then maybe you're not capable of doing that.
To slip off of it though, when you do
Wait, wrap this up.
I was saying, but when you do drugs, that strong mindset that you had when you was 18 versus when you're 25 and you've been doing drugs for all that time, that starts to dwindle small. Drugs eat away at your brain.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
So the
but
more
it's
you
still,
on it,
it's no excuse because there can still be a little voice that's been in the back of your head since 2018 telling you to get off these drugs.
and it's getting smaller and smaller, it fades away. Let's talk after.
No, but you ignored it the whole time. What's she's pointing to her point. Before it was a small voice, it was a big voice. You still ignored it. Go ahead.
Just to wrap it up, because I've been through addiction too. Not gonna say what it is, but yeah, I agree with you. It depends on where your mental space is as well. But at the same time, it's literally called a disease. Like you can overcome it for sure. Not that like you cannot, but you can. It's really very hard to. It
You're always gonna be
depends
an
on your
addict.
support
Forever.
system. Yeah, and also it could affect your whole body where you can't even get out of that situation too. So that's all I have to say.
All right, now here's my point of it. It is a choice, and it's also selfish. Just like fat people are selfish, because you choosing to be fat. No one is killing you.
Right.
You're choosing it. You go to the gym to reverse that, and you can eat better to reverse that. But you choose to do it because it makes you feel good. It makes you feel good. It validates what I'm down. You eating. I'm not saying it's easy. It's definitely hard.
Nothing
But
is
then it becomes a disease. It becomes morbidly obese. That's the disease of obesity, right? It's the same thing with drugs. It's the same exact thing. It's an addiction that you're choosing, knowing that it's harming your temple, and you're choosing to harm your temple because it makes you feel good, which makes you a selfish person.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It makes you extremely selfish. Like, damn, I'm selfish still. But we say, oh, God bless his soul. I get that. I know people personally. I have a brother who's actually on drugs. And he been on drugs since 1988, it seems like. Now I'm saying when I was a kid. God damn. And I'm thinking that crack make niggas live long. I'm thinking crack make people live forever. I think it's crazy. But it's also a crazy addiction, right? So UK, you about right now, UK. So my major point I wanted to give across is that it is a selfish act of you knowing it hurting your body and you still doing it. And you seeing you get your body getting sores and your teeth falling out, and I don't care. It makes me feel good regardless.
Yeah, that's a high level of selfishness.
Yeah, and you can literally reverse that. The same way you spend that money. Watch this. You want to spend something a week on therapy, but you can spend $300 on crack the same week.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so true.
You spend more money on the drugs than you help. You're choosing this.
Yeah.
With that being said, man, I'm sorry, UK. We went over the time limit, mad time. It was a good conversation, man. That's why.
Thank you.
I didn't even get to go through my questions, but you know what? I'll save it for next time, man. Give me your Instagrams.
Yes, you guys can follow me on Instagram at Slim Livy. It's SLIMMLIVIE. And I had a great time tonight.
And you can follow me on Instagram too, T.INA11. Thank you.
Yes. Bye.
You can follow my Instagram. It's called
Snacks.
Spice Channel on channel 74. If you have the old school TV, or you can find me on Pornhub.com. All right, y'all, later, y'all.